All right, there's a big update even for today. Remember, the discussions are still on, specifically between India and Saudi Arabia. What are we expecting today? The Saudi prince will be holding talks with Prime Minister Modi today. This will be with regard to, remember the announcement that was made on the India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor on agenda? So on agenda this time will be the agreements on energy and agriculture. It's an ambitious deal to link Gulf with India, and this in many ways can be seen like there was, remember, historically a spice route. Can there be an economic corridor connecting continents that will bring India into that route as well and will be leading with it? This could actually rival China's Belt and Road Initiative. I want to immediately go across to our Foreign Affairs editor Geeta Mohan, who has been tracking all the latest from the G20. Now, Geeta, the G20 officially is over. So how much of this visit will hold significance? This is a state visit as well. But do tell us about the interactions after the G20 between Saudi and India, and why is that important?
Well, this is the beginning of the state visit, which is a very important visit. Apart from the G20 and the multilaterals, this is very separate from that, Pooja. It has to do with the fact that there are two very important agreements on the side, in the areas of energy and agriculture that will be signed between India and Saudi Arabia. There's also going to be signing of minutes of the first meeting of the India-Saudi Strategic Partnership Council. Now, that council has only been formed recently, but a very important one on how to take the strategic relationship to a newer level. India-Saudi Arabia relations now is at a juncture, at a stage where you are looking at both countries making their mark on the global arena, whether it is getting a consensus at the G20 or, for that matter, Saudi Arabia coming out of the yoke of America and making its own way in terms of the rules it wants on petrol, the forward movement on how to tackle climate change. That is the same for India and Saudi Arabia. So on the same page on many fronts, but also a very important man whose state visit begins today. And we will have to see whether if there are any surprises. There are always some very important areas that come out of a bilateral, which are not known in advance, but yes, agreements in the sector of energy and in the sector of agriculture to be inked today. This is his state visit. It will begin with a ceremonial reception at the Rajghat.
All right, very interesting. And Geeta will be updating us as and when that visit and that meeting begins.